Hey guys, Alex here, AG Automotive, and here today we've got the 2024 Isuzu Dmax X-Terrain in the colour Sunstone, they call it. So let's check it out. Alright, before we get into the video, just want to do a shout out to Central Coast Isuzu who were nice enough to let me have a look at this today, and I'll leave their contact details down below. And if you are after a D-Max or any of the Isuzu range, go and see them and let them know that Alex from AG Automotive sent you, and they will look after you. And if these are the sort of videos that you do enjoy, please consider subscribing. So at the front here, now they've done a few updates. You've got the Isuzu badge there with a nice trim piece around it. You've got a new grille below there. It sort of toughens the front end up a little bit more. You've got updated LED daytime running lights and headlights there. And then you've got nice looking fog lamps with a plastic shroud around it. Sort of makes it look that tough look from the front. But what do you guys reckon? So what are your thoughts on the updated D-Max? Have you got one of these on order? Have you got yours yet? Or do you have an older one? Let me know in the comments. So the wheels on the D-Max are 18-inch wheels, and they're actually new to this model, the wheel pattern. And I think it looks a lot nicer than the older one did, the outgoing model. You've got the 6 spokes there. I think it just gives it that sort of tougher look. And then you've got the plastic surrounds around the wheel arch there. And also have a look at the clearance too. Got the side steps down below there. And I like it how they've put like the door handles are a darker colour, the mirrors. I think it all sort of blends in well with this vehicle, even the roof rails. So at the back here, you've got this plastic surround here. It sort of gives it that, I guess, sportier look for the vehicle. It's not like a square tradie ute or a square ute. It's got a bit of character to it. And to be honest, I like that sort of thing, but there are people that just will delete that and have the standard, have nothing there and just the back window. So around the back here, Isuzu D-Max. You've got the X for X-Terrain, 3-litre turbo diesel. You've got your parking sensors, and you've got a step as well for easy unloading and loading. You also have a tow bar here, or they put one on. I don't know if you can read that, but it's up to 3.5 tonne braked towing capacity. All right, let's check out the inside. So inside the D-Max. Now first impressions, I think really nice, and sort of luxury and sportiness, I think, would come to mind. Now, first thing that gets me is this brand new media center. We'll come over to that shortly, and there's a new dashboard layout as well. But I love the red stitching. The seats are really nice. They are heated. Love the red stitching around there, the gear selector, the steering wheel, even the dash, handbrake everywhere. So very nice. Dashboard has some soft touches to it, which is really good, and you get a little bit of storage, pocket storage space in there. The door trims, not really, they're on the harder side, but you do get some nice trim pieces around the door there, which still make it look okay. And yeah, so really nice in here. So to the right of the steering wheel, you do have a few buttons there. You've got a light in the tray, you've got your traction control and your dash illumination. Steering wheel, full leather, really nice. I love the red stitching, sort of screams sportiness to me. That's awesome. On the left, you do have some phone and audio controls, and on the right, you've got your cruise control settings and your menu buttons there as well. Behind the steering wheel, you do have your indicator stalk on the right with auto headlights, and the wiper stalk on the left, again with auto wipers. So really nice. Now on the dash itself, this is a new updated dash from the previous model, and I think they've come a long way, and I do like the look of this dash over the old one. Now you do have your analog tacho on the left there and a big analog tacho in the middle, along with a digital speedo. You've also got a little screen in the middle there that you can go through a few options there, things like your trip computers, what audio you're listening to, things like whether it's in two-wheel or four-wheel drive, settings, things like that. So coming over to the media screen now, I think they've hit the nail on the head here. They've just updated it and it looks a hell of a lot better than the older one, I must admit. Now you do have a few things. You've got your AM, FM and digital radio stations there. You do have phone connectivity via Bluetooth. You've got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You've got a whole heap of settings there. It does have its own built-in navigation. I'll just show you that now. And if we just scroll down, scroll around in and out, you know what? It's reasonably smooth. I will say I'm very impressed with this one actually. And you've got some car settings there as well. Things like your safety features. You've got like electrical angles, tire pressure monitoring systems, and your transfer of what's being used in the car. And I think that's really, really good. And to the either sides of the screen, you can actually have the time or you can have the date. And on the right hand side, there is a few little things you can change, like the angles, the safety features, the tire pressure monitoring system, things like that if you wish. Now you do have down the bottom there a few little shortcut buttons, and you do have my favorite, the volume knob. They've gone back to having that, and I think that's a really, really good thing, guys. I really enjoy it. I'm never a big fan of the touchscreen, so very, very nice indeed. Further down, you've got dual zone climate control there. Again, really, really easy to use. And further below that, you've got a 12-volt plug, you've got two USBs, and then you've got your four-wheel drive selector there, 2 high, 4 high, and 4 low. And you do have your engine start-stop button just here behind the steering wheel. Further down, you do have some storage space there, and come over to the gear selector, PRND, put it into manual mode, and then up or down depending on what you want. And I'll just pop it into reverse, and you can see it's very, very clear. I'm very impressed with that, and the lines do move when you turn the steering wheel. You do also have a few buttons there on the left and the right of the gear selector. You got downhill assist, parking sensors, your passenger side heated seat heater. On the other side, your driver's side seat heater, you have a diff lock, and you've got a all-terrain button there as well. And I love the piano black finish, even though it will get a lot of finger marks on it, I think. You do have 2 cup holders there. You do have a proper handbrake, which is good to know. Not a lot of cars have these anymore. And the armrest, you know what, really, really nice. I love the red stitching in it. And if we have a look down there, you've got a little bit of storage space in there as well. Now the seats, like I said, they're heated seats, very, very comfortable. I love the red stitching all over it. I just love the pattern design, very, very nice. And the glove box. So like the MUX, the Dmax has the same sort of thing inside. It's got 2 glove boxes. So there's a storage compartment up the top there, and then you can open the glove box there, and again, you'll get your books in there and a couple of iPads, no worries. All right, let's go and have a look in the back. So in the back of the Dmax. Now, first impressions is, you know what, I fit in this, no dramas. Now, I'm 6'1", 185 centimeters. If you have a look, I've got a bit of headroom. That's awesome. Knee room's really good. Leg room and foot room is also pretty good in this, and this seat is set up in my driving position. So you do get 2 ISOFIX spots there and 2 behind me. Very, very comfortable. These car manufacturers know how to make nice, comfy armrests, I'll tell you. And you get 2 cup holders in there as well. So for the rear passengers, you do get a USB port. You also get a little bit of storage. You do get ventilation in here. That's really good. And you get the map pockets or iPad pockets. And you also get that little hook, 4 kilo max, similar to the MUX as well, which is pretty awesome. And I love how they've still done the seats here as well. The seating, same as the front, the style. And I love how they've done the style from the front and they've continued it. And I love how they've continued the style from the front and kept going with the back, and they've got the red stitching there. I think that's pretty cool. All right, let's go and have a look in the tray. So in the back of the Dmax, just wanted to firstly show you opening the tailgate here. If I let go of it, goes down really, really nicely, really easily, thanks to the two struts. Now in the back here, you've got the tub liner. You do have a couple of tie down. So the tray dimensions are as follows: 1570 length, 1530 millimeters wide, 1122 millimeters between the wheel arches, and it's 490 millimeters deep. It's also got a 930 kilo payload as well. Alright, let's go and have a look under the bonnet. So under the bonnet of the Dmax, so here we have a 3 litre 4-cylinder turbo diesel engine, and it produces 140 kilowatts of power and 450 newton meters of torque, and that's mated to a 6-speed automatic driving primarily the rear wheels or all 4 wheels. Now Isuzu claims the Dmax will use 8 litres per 100 kilometres, which I think is pretty good for a 4-wheel drive ute of this size. Alright, let's go for a drive. Alright, let's go for a drive in the Dmax, so let's go. So vision out the front is great straight ahead and towards the passenger side, as the rear vision mirror is high up. Rear vision, you know what, it's pretty good width-wise. Obviously you can see a little bit into the tray there, but yeah, looking obviously behind the ute, you've got your reverse camera and parking sense to aid in that. Vision out the sides, you know, it's really good all the way to the back, and the mirrors are big and square and have a good field of vision out of them as well. So I've just picked a bumpier stretch of road. I just wanted to see how the Dmax performs. And you know what? Pleased to report that it actually does soak up most of the bumps, which is really good news. Steering. Yeah, steering's reasonably light, which is good. Sort of go into those corners a little bit quicker if you wish. Yeah, it goes really well. And the road noise, doing about 50 k's, and it's alright. It's not too bad, and I've only got very light throttle on. Obviously, if you get on the throttle a bit more, you get a bit more noise there. But all in all, it's you just turn the radio up. It's not too bad. So what's the acceleration like from the Dmax? Well, let's find out. Whoa, it's got some pull from first gear. Yeah, wow, I'm very impressed with that, guys. It does get up and boogie. The 450 newton meters, it uses all that, and it just gets going. Yeah, so very, very nice, guys. And it's best of both worlds. You can carry nearly a ton in the back. You can tow up to 3.5 tons, braked, you know, and it's pretty potent as well. So yeah, very impressed, guys. And it looks a bit more stylish. So I like the updates, especially inside the dash and the media center. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. All right, thanks, guys.